Personally, I enjoy doing moving images because it gives me more of an opportunity to look at how films are made, because I prefer the theatre side of that kind of thing, but it means that I can also explore the media side of acting and directing and stuff like that, so I find it really interesting.
The moving image arts A-level course is pretty different to most traditional film studies courses. I would say mainly because it sort of puts a really strong emphasis on all the really traditional film styles, and the main sort of assessment is on your ability to take all the techniques you learned from these styles and use them in, put them into your own project, one really big project that incorporates as many of these techniques as possible. While my project is a flash animation inspired by Quentin Tarantino, his film techniques at least, and I've done this because I've always had a very strong interest in Flash, and the moving image arts course lets you experiment with animation, which is really good for me.
What I like about moving image is the creativity that we're able to explore through movie making. When we're movie making, we generally film it and then we edit it on programs such as Final Cut Pro or iMovie. My project was looking into director Guy Ritchie and focusing on the East End gangster type of his film, and I looked more into the time manipulation that he uses, and I used zoom-ins, freeze frames, but sped up and then slowed down, like the motion and stuff.
At the moment I'm doing a project on horror films, and I'm exploring how different special effects have changed the horror genre. So what I'm doing for this is I'm starting with very low budget effects. So for example, I'm using gravy for blood, which in black and white makes it look very, very much like blood. Then later on I'm moving on to green screen effects, which as it goes, it gets more and more sophisticated.
I think the success of the moving image exam and the moving image arts course as a whole is it takes a holistic view of filmmaking. It allows students to explore art in relation to the moving image, still images, photography, storyboarding, and of course the filming and editing itself. And I think it takes quite a liberal, quite an experimental view. It gives students room to experiment with their work. One of the ways we actually deliver the course is using something called this virtual learning environment at www.sharedteaching.com. It's basically a virtual platform where they can look at embedded clips for textual analysis, they can explore timelines and the history of different art and film movements. They can also look at, for example, previous students' work. They can create blogs that allows them to track and trace their work with diaries, and it also allows us to holistically manage again the entire course with lots of students at different positions and levels of progress in their work.